If you want to get to know New Orleans, just listen. From the river to the French Quarter, history lives.
Nancy Parker was an Alabama girl who fell in love with New Orleans.
Life in New Orleans is set to music, rejoicing in good times and bad.
Since 1996, I've worked in a city full of so many incredible stories.
I found my thrill.
Like Fats Domino's last TV interview.
On the very hill.
What was it like when you were out there with those crowds and everybody was yelling your name?
It was all right.
Nancy had a serious side, too. She traveled to the White House for an interview with President Bush after Katrina.
How do we get people back? Can you be an ambassador to tell people, hey, the French Quarter is great, please come to New Orleans because we're not getting any money?
Yeah,
tourism dollars.
Well, I appreciate that, and that's the role that Laura and I can play. You know, we've been down there a lot.
Over her 23 years here, she told the story of life in South Louisiana.
Emotional stories from one of the women who first integrated New Orleans public schools.
They got places for you.
There are good times, like the Saints winning the Super Bowl. It's a place where you can throw beads and play dress up while begging for coconuts. I was not in Alabama anymore.
But Alabama is where Nancy's story began. Born in Opelika, her parents were longtime educators. Her passion would be broadcasting, including her first job at WJHO, an AM station in Opelika, when she was still in high school. After college, she landed TV jobs in Columbus, then Montgomery.
They don't regret how far they've walked for equality.
Then it was on to Louisiana. First stop, WAFB in Baton Rouge.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nancy Parker.
Nancy might have gone on to theoretically bigger things, except for the love story that was her life. She married fellow reporter Glenn Boyd, who she had met in Alabama. Together, they set their sights on landing jobs in his hometown, New Orleans.
The city of New Orleans started a $500,000 campaign to push the tax.
Nancy came to WVUE in 1996.
Good evening. Floyd's lost some of its strength, but no one is letting their guard down.
She and I teamed up a couple years later.
I've witnessed so many stories during my more than 2 decades here. Some stories that are difficult to tell.
Including, of course, Hurricane Katrina.
It broke Fox 8 too. Floodwaters rolled into our mid-city home and destroyed the homes of so many of our Fox 8 family.
She broke the story of thousands of Louisiana families who rebuilt after Katrina, only to discover their homes were infected with toxic drywall. Nancy won a trophy case worth of awards, multiple Emmys, but that's not what she was most proud of.
While I was busy working, I was busy making a family too. My son Parker was born in 2000 and twins Piper and Pierce in 2004. They've grown up quickly.
Nancy Parker, mom, storyteller, friend, lover of life.
It's been a journey, and I wouldn't change a thing. She helped Hurricane Hyde after he tried to kidnap a woman and shot a Tulane medical student last November.
Bill Cosby must stand trial in the only criminal